Celebrities often do dumb things, but we've never seen anybody go as low as Katy Perry. Yes, she's been on a bad string of PR, and perhaps her new love, Justin Trudeau, can save things for her. But ultimately, we bet you have never heard of anything so low down, so awful as Katy Perry going after a man in hospice. We're not making it up. We've got the details. We'll show it to you right now. Hello folks, and welcome to an enraging video. We don't like to do these too often, but sometimes, every once in a while, a major celebrity steps in it so bigly that there's no way we can ignore. Katy Perry has done so today, and we're gonna bring it to you. Click the like button, and also hit that subscribe if we've earned it. Let's dive in. Well, folks, it's time to go on back to Katy Perry. She's come down from space, and wouldn't you know it, she does not have an ace up her sleeve because she is back in terrible PR, even worse than dating the former Canadian Prime Minister, Justin Trudeau. Katy Perry is suing a dying veteran, 85 for $5 million. Now, we have covered this in the past, but somehow, some way, the fireworks singer has managed to make this even worse than before. Here's what we've got. Katy Perry is suing an 85-year-old dying disabled veteran over a long-standing property dispute. You won't believe how minute this is. Perry is demanding $5 million in a lawsuit against the disabled veteran who owned a $15 million Montecito, California home she purchased more than 5 years ago. The fireworks singer's long-running housing dispute began in July of 2020 when she and her ex, Orlando Bloom, Legolas himself, but pay attention to the date, folks, July 2020. What was going on in July of 2020? Things were a little messy in California, would you say? Is that fair
Absolutely.
to say, Jonas? Vash? Yeah. Things were not operating the typical way back then. So, you know, you would think you'd give some grace to some folks if things didn't go exactly correctly. In a note to him at the time, the high-profile pair begged him to accept their offer, said they were expecting a baby the following month, and believed the home would be the best place to welcome her and raise her. Yeah, none of that happened. Within days of the sale, Westcott, who's now 86, a former Army serviceman, sought to withdraw from the deal, arguing that he lacked the mental capacity to comprehend the contract because he was on pain medication after back surgery when he signed. Not in this article is that he also has dementia. You would think they would include that, but they missed out on it. But yeah, it's a neurological disorder.
This is one of those stories that just seems to get worse and worse the more you describe it.
Yeah. In December 2023, a judge eventually ruled in Perry's favor, saying Westcott had offered no convincing evidence that he was incapable of consenting. The singer then countersued for $3.25 million, claiming losses from being unable to lease the property during the court battle, plus $2.2 million for alleged repair work to restore the home, and $3 million in legal costs. Now, the reason that this made it through the attorney, and we've covered this in the past, so I can say this with some authority, is because a team of attorneys, and we're not talking about a cheap home, there was a process here. But still, the man sold the home to what he thought was a celebrity couple getting ready to have a baby. Untrue. And he was not in full faculty, okay? But still, a judge said, you know what? You signed it. There's a team behind it, and we're going to go with this. Okay, so it's not dementia, it's Huntington's disease, excuse me. By that stage, Westcott was bedridden and living with Huntington's disease, a degenerative neurological condition. He is currently in a hospice, receiving around-the-clock care. His son, Court Westcott, has spoken about the strain the case has put on his father's health, saying an apology would be welcome. Yeah, you bet. Now, here's the crazy part of this, okay? Perry is demanding almost $5 million to account for damages she says he caused with extended litigation over the real estate sale. The $5 million, folks, that Katy Perry, and we'll put her picture up, she needs it. The $5 million that Katy Perry is alleging she's owed by this man who is passing away, and that means his children, they'll be the ones who pay this. The $5 million is because when she and Orlando Bloom fibified and said they were going to have a child in 1 month and got the home from him, they were anticipating to turn it not into a nursery, not into a place to raise a child, but her business was planning to use it as a bed and breakfast. And the $5 million that she wants is because during the time that the attorneys said, hey, he actually had surgery and he's not mentally with it, so he can't, this shouldn't have happened. We need to annul this contract. During that time, she alleges that there weren't enough repairs happening at the home, and she couldn't sell this as a B&B, so she was losing out on the money that she would have made had she owned it as an Airbnb.
This sounds awful.
I mean, this is, you know what? We need something to make it better. Culture,
Hey.
please help the story be better. Please help us. Katy Perry needs you, Culture.
She needs Jesus. Honestly, she's for all of her pontifications early in her career, she really doesn't present herself as a very godly person. And she certainly doesn't represent herself well as a person of the people. If anything, she seems to be very anti-people in this story. So I don't feel good for her. I don't feel good about this story.
Wait a minute. Yeah. Lauren, this woman that you're looking at right now, she's struggle busing, okay? She lost her love, Orlando Bloom, and then she had a hard rebound going to a government leader. In fact, the former head of a state. And I know that she probably has, of the 50 million that she's probably got in the bank, she might be down to 49 due to inflation. So you can see why she would need to sue a family grieving a man who's passing away in hospice right now, who is a disabled veteran. Come on, Lauren. There's got to be a way for us to see her side on this, right?
She's also, Lauren, would you agree she's making an assumption that she was going to earn $1.8 million in rental income?
Lauren's still muted. He still hasn't caught on to this one. He's almost as muted as the poor people dealing with Katy Perry right now.
I was saying yes, but this is fairly typical of these type of business deals. You can always spin a theoretical loss as a loss in these kind of things. I'm not saying it's right, but I understand the argument that she's trying to make. Not that I have any sympathy for it.
Yeah, I don't. It's hard. It's hard to find justice on her side of the equation. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And I think the public is in the same place, because it's like, look at all the pretty spoiled people. It's like people out there are struggling with actual things like this poor veteran. Right. It's like you have more money than you will ever be able to spend. You live a lifestyle that no one can even begin to imagine. Just stop it. This is ridiculous.
There's no depth. There's no end to it.
You would think from just a PR perspective that you would just kind of eat the cash, whatever losses that you may have incurred in this entire thing. You just gotta, take them on the chin and just go forward, because it's just not worth the PR backlash to do anything at this point, because the press is just gonna drag it through the mud. Go ahead, Culture.
No, but I mean, just to add to that, I think this judge is a scumbag too. I felt like this case maybe came out of the UK, not out of California, because I mean, nobody could be as unjust as the judges in the UK. I mean, but apparently that's not true. California's got a bunch of them, and this is garbage. This is an 85-year-old veteran, not in possession of all of his faculties. Is a kind way to say it, and passing away in hospice.
She got the home. The family came out and said, no. Dad's had surgeries on pain meds. He's got a condition, like he really can't sell the home. And then she won the case with the judge. Like, she got what she wanted. The judge came out and said, well, you signed the contract and there's attorneys involved. So, the attorneys, when they had him sign it, they were there. They, that they're asserting that he had his faculties. So we're kind of stuck on this. So Katie's going to get the home. She won the home from the family, and it's not enough. She's a vindictive little Katy Perry. She's a vindictive little firework.
Yeah, you'd think her name starts with a C rather than a K.
You would think so. Jonas, what do you make of this? And is there any way to rehabilitate, or is it just like, has Katy Perry's sunset at this point?
There are some people in this life that just make you feel like a plastic bag.
The references. This
is one of those things where she got the house. What else does she want? She's not hard up for cash. She was not intending on using it in the way that was described to the people that
she was a liar.
She needs to, and maybe she changed her mind. This is just one of those things where it just looks silly. You need to be aware that it's a PR nightmare. Otherwise, you get people on the internet talking about it and pointing out how ridiculous you are in your Smurf dress. This is the kind of thing where people just take your win and move on. That's people need to learn to take yes for an answer.
She is like the queen homewrecker at this point. Homewrecker in chief.
What else did she do with never mind.
Get her away from Dolly Parton. She doesn't deserve.
No, she doesn't deserve Dolly. No.
You know, James Woods came out yesterday and said that Dolly Parton is the nicest famous person that he has ever had the opportunity to work with.
And you know what Dolly Parton said?
That he's a great kisser?
That he's a great kisser.
Did he really? Did she really say that?
Yes, she did.
Oh,
she said that she does not like to kiss in movies or film.
Film, huh?
Yeah, she doesn't like to. She doesn't like to do kissing scenes or anything. But
Right.
of the ones that she's had to do, that James Wood was by far the best kisser that she's.
I wonder if that's the kind of comment that she would have made while her husband was still with us. That's an amazing comment. And there's probably somebody out there that is like giving James Woods a high five right now.
That's actually worthy of being put on the tombstone. You know, it's like I'd be bragging about that for the rest of my life.
Great kisser. Yeah.
Dolly said. All right, that's where we'll leave this one, folks. But Katy Perry's career might just be dead. Going after a disabled veteran as he is in the final stages of hospice and his family is begging, leave us alone. Good Lord, Katy. Like, what do you have for breakfast? Nightmare fuel? All right, Jonas, let's get a couple super chats up and then we'll hit the next story.
Jeremiah Hembry for $5.
Hey,
Bro, will you be surprised to see K-pop Demon Hunters at the Thanksgiving Day parade?
Listen, Hunter X was there and performed at the Macy's Thanksgiving Day parade. Right now, you should be hearing jingle bells, of course. We're at the point where Santa should be on his way. But K-pop was there, and the Demon Hunters did a phenomenal job, I hear.
Did you say Hunter X?
Yes, Hunter X.
Oh, it's Huntrix, like a female hunter, Huntrix.
Bellatrix.
It's an accent thing.
Yeah.
Speaking of spooky things that were there, Cynthia Riva was there.
Yes.
Yep. Yeah. All right, folks, let's get to the next story. And by the way, if we hit the Super Chat goal today, which we need to get to 30 to do it, favorite recipes. We'll talk about favorite recipes, and we'll have a good time. All right, let's dive in. It's all gravy here. We're going to talk about one of the funniest stories out there. I'm telling you right now, it is absolutely hilarious because South Park, so often, we give credit to The Simpsons and say, The Simpsons predicted something. Every time South Park predicts something accurately, we wish they had not. And let me tell you, we wish they had not predicted this next one accurately because it's a little bit of crazy. And put another one in the can, folks. A video of excellence has been birthed into existence, and you were there to witness it. Thank you for participating. We hope you had a good time. Folks, it's a great time anytime we get to share time with you, and we mean it. The only thing additional we ask, on the way out the door, consider clicking the like button. Share, subscribe, click it and stick it to those pesky algorithms. It is the notification bell. Drop a comment down below. And oh, by the way, if you would be so kind, perhaps share this out on your favorite social media platforms. Folks, we've got all kinds of content coming your way. If you are interested in going even beyond all of that, well, there's a Pro Store, and you can always find those items directly below the video you're watching. The Pro Store, it's a cool place to check out for items that, well, definitely Disney and the rest are not going to sell you, but we're happy to do so. Until the next time, keep learning, keep growing, and as always, keep having fun.